So we've got a little bit of a kitchen job to do today, and we've pulled in Matty and Nath, the tilers. A few people have been wanting them back on the channel. High demand, you boys are. High demand. Yeah, I've got Matt and Nath in just to do a splashback. Well, it's not really a splashback, is it? It's a full wall. The whole length of this wall,
feature wall
is going metro tiles with white grout, and then underneath here, I've just picked up, I'll unbox it in a minute and show you, but underneath here we're having a boiling tap, a Triflow boiling tap under there, and replacement tap on the top. So what we're going to do is get ready, get sorted out in there. I'll unbox it and show you exactly what we're doing with it while the boys are sorting this wall out here. So yeah, today's little job, boiling tap, and we'll tile the feature wall. So we've got all the gear out now. The boys are starting to prep the walls ready for the tiling. Now, I'm looking at siting this boiling hot tap. Obviously the tap's going to go up there, which is here from Triflow. You've got the hot, the boiling side of it comes out this side, and then that side is your normal hot and cold fed off the hoses going in. Now the good thing with this is these hot and colds just connect as you do to a normal tap to the feeds underneath the sink, and then I think this is the feed into the unit, and then that's the feed out of the unit. I've just got to double check that because this is the first one of these I've fitted. But it also comes with its own filter going into the system. So everything that's going to go through there is being filtered. So you'll get filtered boiling water coming out, and then obviously your hot and colds as well. Power cable, all the bits and bobs to fit it. So I thought I'd lay that out, show you exactly what it is. But what I'm going to do first of all is isolate the water underneath there, take out the existing tap, put the new tap in to position and connect that up, and then we can work back from that, and I can work out exactly where we're going to site that. So first off, you got that green handled screwdriver, mate? You know, the company slotted screwdriver?
That one.
Cheers, mate. Ain't tilers, they'll have anything. Turn you back for a second. We're already loading the gear up with stuff out of my bag. So let's get that turned off there, and if I can get to it, that off there. So that's the tap off, and then we'll strip this out. To be fair, I might even, oh no, I don't think it's going to be too bad to get to it, to be honest. I was going to think of taking all that out to get in there, but I think we're good. Right, let's move this out of the way and get this tap off. So what we'll start off doing is getting the old tap out, and obviously we've undone it underneath, and we just got to pull the tails out from the worktop. Like so. Sometimes they're a little bit stiff, but you get one of them out and then the other one comes out easy enough. Then we've got to feed the hoses in for the new Triflow tap, obviously pushing one through first and then the second one, and then just make sure they're not kinked or anything like that. Then as we drop it down, you've also got the shroud that sits around the bottom of the tap with the washer on. Always make sure that washer's not protruding or sticking out the side or anything like that. Then we'll go down underneath. And what I was going to do to begin with, I was going to put this plate on it, this triangle plate. But then I remembered it's a granite worktop, so you don't really need them plates on the bottom of it. You can fit the one that's in my right hand at the moment. You can fit that one on. Because the granite worktop itself is solid, those other plates are sort of for like an aluminium or a stainless steel sink where there's a little bit of flex in it. So we go back to that one, we'll put that on, we've got to put the washer on and then the back plate on, put it over the hot water feed to the tap, or the boiling water feed to the tap, and then just work our way up with it. Now what I am going to say to you at this point is I've been referring to this tap as a boiling tap. I know someone's going to pick me up on it. So yeah, it's not a boiling tap because it's not 100 degrees, but it's a hot water tap. I think it's something to do with like the copyright. Certain companies can use boiling tap because apparently theirs boils to 100 degrees. But I think that's the ones where it splutters and steam comes out, whereas this one at 98 degrees, to be completely honest, once you've got a boiling tapped water into a cup, it's going to lose 2 degrees by the time you get it to your mouth anyway. Plus, you're not really going to put boiling water in your mouth anyway, so I thought I'd better clear that up because I know someone will pick me up on it. So yeah, we'll get the flexes connected on like this. I didn't want to start altering the pipe work in it because, to be honest, these work fine. As long as you're not over tightening them onto the top of these border fixes or isolation valves, you're good as gold. So we get these connected up and then we can move on and get the tap up and running. So I've mounted that boiling tap unit into there. I've just put it into position at the minute. There's no cables to it or anything. got the filter in position. Now, we've got a cold feed coming from here, which comes directly off the bottom of the tap. So it's into the filter, out the other side, and then to here. So that just got a little blue locking pin on there. So that just pops straight in, and then we'll pop the locking pin back on. And then this one is the hot feed. Now, this attaches onto here. There is a little clamp. Let me put it on. It's a little clamp here. That pushes down onto the hot side. Like so, and then the clamp obviously pushes over there. So we'll get all those connected. We'll get a power lead to it. Now, the power, I thought there was going to be a socket inside here, but there isn't. So what we might do is get it rigged up temporary, get it on, tested and done, and then I'll get Nick, my electrician, to pop round later on the week and put a socket into the back of this cupboard here. Unless when we get the plinth off, there might be one there. But for now, I'm going to get these pressed onto the top of the unit, and then we'll get the water back on and we'll test it's all okay. So we've got the water on to the tap, hot and cold on, that's fine. So before we get any power onto this unit, I'm going to pull some water through it and leave it running for probably 4 or 5 minutes just to completely flush out the actual unit inside here and to get the filter running. Because sometimes, you might know, when you put a filter on, sometimes it can bring some sort of, is it black carbon or whatever, through the filter. So we'll leave it running and flush this unit out. So connected the electric up now. Nick's been out, connected it underneath the plinth, so that's all sorted. So what we've done, we pulled the water through there without any power to it. Now the power's onto it, you can see these LEDs running around the outside. That means it's coming up to temperature. When that hits 98 degrees, then obviously there'll be a solid light all the way around. But that's just to tell you that it's heating up. And obviously with this one as well, you can turn it down and turn it up to wherever you need it. Got the filter in, got all the pipe working, and if I just show you now, we are getting a little bit of heat coming through it already. So just turn it on, hold it into position. There you go, look. Now what I like with these Triflow ones is, it comes out, the way it comes out is just like a stream of water. There are some boiling taps that when you turn them on, it's just like a big pile of steam coming out, and it spits everywhere. So if you're holding a cup underneath like that and it's spitting out, the steam's going everywhere, it's going to burn your hand. Whereas these Triflow ones, once you turn that, it comes through, nice little stream of water. As you can see, it's red hot. But yeah, it's continuing to heat up now. There you go, it's up to temperature now. That ring is permanent around the outside. So there you go, because we've just pulled a little bit off it, it will just top it back up. And then in fact, finishing touch, look. There you go, job done. There you go, you can just hear it heating back up. So that's in. We'll have a little bit of a tidy up of the pipe work and see what we can do with that just to make it that little bit better in there. But in essence, them Triflow taps are perfect. That's exactly what we put in here, along with the specific Triflow. They also do a brushed aluminium one and a black one as well. And they also do a 4-in-1. This is the 3-in-1 tap. They do a 4-in-1, which will give you filtered cold water as well as the boiling hot water on a tap as well. So I'll put a link in the description to Triflow. Go and check it out, see what you think. But yeah, they are very good boiling taps. And while we've been doing that, Nath and Matty have been getting on with the Metro tiles along the back there. So what we're going to do with this one is going to be grouted in white. The customer wanted it completely sort of clinical, nice and clean and white. So we're going to white grout it, let it go off, and then I think at some point she probably will switch these out for different sockets, because the white might just have a bit of a contrast if they change it to like brushed aluminium like that. Got to do that, and then we're going to run around the outside and reseal all round where the granite is across the back. We'll also do around there. But yeah, we'll let the boys get this grouted and we can finish that off. There we go, Nathan Matty's finished. He's that proud of it. He's taking some pictures of his own.
Why not?
Looks alright, doesn't it?
Right.
Nice and clean, that.
Freshened it up.
Freshened it up from what was just a standard wall there, and we had that sort of metallic back plate on there.
You get it a lot these days where builds, they only put these splashbacks in, and we get a lot of these where people want it just a finishing above the units.
Yeah,
so
just finishes it nice and neat, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Nice and clinical, clean and tidy.
Took the splashback off behind the cooker.
Yeah. It's just a shame that it's a shame that granite didn't go all the way across, but yeah, obviously because of that. But it is what it is. So yeah, nice and clean, job done. So the boys are gone now, they've finished tiling, wiped it all down, and what I've also done is re-siliconed all the way around the back and the upstands, and then I'm going to give the tiles another little wipe down just before I go. But yeah, she just wanted me to re-silicon all around the granite as well behind the microwave. But yeah, it's alright, looks nice that. So that's done, and then obviously I've already showed you, but that's the boiling tap unit done. I've trimmed the shelf, so we've got that back in. I'm just going to put all that stuff back in under the sink. But yeah, not bad. So if you are in the market, check out Triflow, because I personally think they're a really good tap. So currently it is 2:25 Monday afternoon. I just finished a job that I did this morning, and because the weather is so hot, I was absolutely sweating my balls off doing it, and I was getting ready to go home. Thought I'd pack up, get done, and then the phone goes for an emergency call out. Now it's for a friend of mine anyway, and I've done loads of work for him over the years. In fact, some of the videos I've done have been at his house. One of them was where we couldn't find the hot water mixer tap that fed his bath, and in the end we ended up finding it. I'll put a link in the description above, this side or this side, one of the two, to that one, because it's quite an interesting video actually. Anyway, this one, they're having air conditioning fitted today in the house, and Tom's just rang me. Well, to be fair, his missus Jen sent me a message. I was halfway through reading the message, and then Tom rang me to say, mate, can you help us out? The air conditioning people have drilled through from what I can tell, a cold water pipe running up the corner of his lounge. So I was like, yeah, ping me a couple of pictures over, let me make sure I've got the right stuff to fix it, and I'll get over in half hour, 45 minutes or so. So I'm literally just heading there now, and we'll go and have a look and see what's gone on. In fact, what I'll do, I'll put a picture of the pipe on the screen now so you can see it. So that's what I've had sent to me. So I've been and picked up some fittings and some pipe, and we'll go over now and have a look and see what's what. So I think what they've done is where they're coring through the wall, I don't know what they're putting through it. I assume the pipe work and the condensed pipes and whatnot from the aircon unit, the HVAC pipes. Where they've cored through the wall, it looks like they've caught the edge or part of the pipe work, and obviously it's sprung a leak then off that. So what we'll do, we'll go over, have a look, see what we can do. I think, well, I said to Tom, turn the water off, get everything drained down, open the taps up. So we'll get over there, repair it, and just make sure everything is all right. But yeah, emergency call out. I thought I was heading home. I thought I was having an early day, but no. Turns out we got to go and sort that out now. Right, we just got here. We'll have a look and see exactly what's gone on. The aircon guys are here. Just go and see what's happened.
Here he is.
Here he is. I'm filming you, Tom.
Oh, don't.
It's Tom. Tom's the one that rung me going, hello mate, I don't suppose you could pop past. It's alright, I've explained that the phone calls come in. I said Jen sent me a message, and then Tom's rung me at the same time. Plumber. Is that where it's happening over there?
That's where it's happening, mate. Absolutely devastated.
It's one of them things, isn't it?
It's one of them things.
What's going through there then? The pipe work for the...
Work for the aircon unit, yeah. It's basically the same size hole as that.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get 4-inch trunking now and come out bigger.
You're gonna come out a bit. I'm alright fixing that in position where it is then.
Yeah, and you keep straight. And we'll come to the right of it.
Yeah, cool. So.
And we'll do the whole outside, like.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, you can see where they've cored that hole through. They've just caught the side of it.
I've done a pilot through.
I wonder. I can't work out what. Have you got an outside tap out there, Tom?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, that's what it is then. Because I couldn't understand why in a room this big there's no central heating, nothing. Obviously it's underfloor heating, isn't it?
There's an ensuite above it.
Oh, is there? Oh, so there's the ensuite above and an outside tap down here. So that is just the cold feed to the outside tap. But yeah, where they've cored the hole through, they just caught the side there. So what we'll do, we'll cut. We're going to have to cut. Well, we'll see. We'll probably cut out as least as we can and get 2 couplers on there because it's too big to just do one. So yeah, 2 couplers. Get a bit of pipe in there, and then we'll sort it out. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
With me 4-inch trunking, I'm going to use bigger trunking now. Well, I'll core the hole with this missing because you can cut it out, and I'll put the trunking in the wall, and then I'll fill up to the trunking.
Yeah, sound sorted. Sorted, Tom.
Sick of seeing you.
Sorry.
And I've only come from... Last time I came here, Tom said, when you come here, I'll get you bacon sandwiches. I came again and they still weren't none. I can't see the bacon on, Tom.
You only have to come over in an emergency.
Yeah. So, right, anyway, let's get some tools out, cut that out and get that sorted. So I've just sort of marked round where I'm going to cut out. Now, the reason we've got to cut it that big is because we're going to have to put a couple of there and then also another one here. Because the size of it, if it had just been just a hole through the middle, we could have just put that one coupler in place and it would have done it. But because we've got to cut a section of the pipe out, that's the only way we're going to have to do it. So we'll get this cut out here and then see how easy it is to get onto that pipe. Luckily, it's not been dot and dabbed into the wall. You know, when they put the plaster walls on, sometimes they'll cover the pipework in dot and dab. Luckily, it doesn't seem to be that bad. So let's get this cut out and we'll have a look. So we cut that out there, and then what I've done, I've got a bit of pipe. That is the amount of pipe we're going to use just to fix that. So we'll cut it there, and get that in. Now I'll just put the inserts in it, get the two couplers on it, and then cut that out there. Right, I've cut that middle section out, but we've got a bit of an issue. There's no movement on these pipes up and down whatsoever. I was hoping this top one might move up a little bit in the wall. So I'm gonna have to probably come up to about here to get enough leeway on it. So we'll trim that bit more out and see if we can somehow get onto that.
Now, my friend.
Right, I've cut a little bit more out the top there, and that's meant that I could get this clip off. Funny enough, it's been done properly. They've put clips all the way down the wall and a little bit of like anti sort of heat matting stuff, just to stop the heat or the cold from the brick coming into the pipework. For what it's worth, I think you'd have probably insulated it as well. But anyway, there's a clip down here, so I've managed to bend that out of the way, bend this one out of the way, and we've got a little bit more movement on the pipes now. So hopefully I can get them two couplers and a little bit of pipe that I've locked off. So I've locked both the fittings off as well. We'll lock the top ones when we do it, but yeah, hopefully we can get that done. Right, let's have a go at that. There's nowhere to put my camera. So, yeah, right, gonna get it done. There we go, two couplers put in. Had to get the pipe really bent out to get into that one. But yeah, we managed to get it in. I'll see if I can hook this clip, there's a little clip there, hook that back around. I've done the top one, got the water back on, everything's back up and running. But yeah, these things happen. You can see where he's coring it through. So I think what they're gonna do now is move that hole across and then bring their trunking round, because obviously the unit's going on there. But yeah, it's one of them things. At least it's sorted now, water's back on. But yeah. Woohoo!